Hello and welcome to this video. The T20 World Cup has begun already and there was a lot of hype regarding how the pitch is going to play in this World Cup. Will there be slow pitches in Caribbean? What will be the nature of the drop-in pitches in US? Are they batting friendly or bowler friendly? Will we see the high scoring games in this tournament? And so many things. And today we will discuss all these things in detail. First of all, let's talk about the pitches in Caribbean. We generally see the pitches in Caribbean are on the slower side, and it tends to get slower and slower as the game progresses, just like in Sri Lanka. Those were the wickets where the batters might struggle to play their strokes freely. They cannot play through the line of the ball because of the slowness of the surfaces. It's not like we haven't seen 200 or 200 plus totals being scored or chased down in West Indies. But the power score is lesser in West Indies as compared to what we have seen in India or in England. If we took the reference of the last series between South Africa and West Indies, we saw the batters using the power play really well. And as the game progresses, the ball gets softer and the pitch is slowing down a bit. The run scoring was difficult. Now the question arises is, how the pitch is gonna play in US? Dallas is the venue that hosted several games of Major Cricket League, a T20 franchise cricket in US. So the teams have fair idea of how the surface is. And the same goes with Florida. Even Florida has hosted 25 international games since 2009. And we have seen big totals being scored as well. We know that the drop-in pitches are generally on the slower side. But the conundrum is on the pitch at the Nassau County Cricket Stadium, New York. We were reading that they prepared the whole stadium in just a few months. Whatever efforts they have done is good, but we have seen the pitch in the India vs Bangladesh warm-up game. India scored 182 in the first inning and Bangladesh only manages to score 122 in the second inning. And after the game, Team India's head coach Rahul Dravid said, "We have scored above par score." He also talks about the possibility of injuries to the players because of the softness of the ground. He said it looks hard underneath, it looks very heavy underneath, and the players have to look after their calves and hamstring muscles. If you see the two games that has happened in New York, the ball was not going well in the outfield. And mind you, we are used to seeing 250 plus totals in IPL 2024. Even in T20Is nowadays, the teams look for 200 plus totals because of the flat decks all around the world. And Dravid saying 180 is an above par score says a lot of things. And if you think that's enough, you better watch South Africa vs Sri Lanka game yesterday. The pitch has everything that a pitch for a T20 game shouldn't have. The pitch has a variable bounce and a spongy bounce. It was a two-pace wicket. There was a movement for the fast bowlers at the beginning and the ball is not coming onto the bat nicely. It was a tricky wicket where the run scoring was very difficult. Sri Lanka bundled out for just 77. Even Keshav Maharaj looks threatening. His ball wasn't turning, but the nature of the surface didn't allow the batters to score freely. Although South Africa chased down the target quite easily in the end, but their batters also struggled to get them over the line. I mean, you can't judge the pace of the ball, the bounce of the ball. Aiden Markram got the body blow of the bowling of Angelo Matthews, who rarely bowls at 125. They took 16.2 overs to get the team over the line. So that speaks a lot about how the pitch is in the US, and particularly in New York. At one stage, I thought it's a pitch where a team is chasing 180 or 200 in the fourth inning of the fifth day of a test match. It looks like that. We were anticipating slow pitches in US, but the pitch that we saw in South Africa vs Sri Lanka game was just poor. It shouldn't be like that. There should be a balance between the bat and the ball. And now that I have touched this point, now let's talk about franchise cricket versus international cricket. We have been watching franchise cricket for over the years now, and seeing how the batters dominates the proceeding most of the times. Once in a while you see the bowlers are in play and the pitches are conducive for the bowlers. And if we talk about the IPL 2024, it has crossed all the limits. The flat pitches are there, and with the impact player rule in play, the batters enjoyed a very good time in the whole tournament. We saw so many 200 plus totals or 250 plus totals being scored. In fact, in one league stage match, we saw Punjab Kings chasing down 260 plus target as well. And then we talk about the balance between the bat and the ball. The bowlers didn't get relief the whole tournament. And now here in T20 World Cup, whatever little that we saw in New York, the bowlers are getting too much. Still there is no balance between the bat and the ball. And I think the batters from all around the world have the same mindset because of how the T20 cricket is happening over the last few years. As soon as they play a few games in different conditions, they will realize that the par score is lesser in these conditions and they will approach the game differently. Last but not the least, will we see high scoring games in this T20 World Cup 2024? So the answer is yes. We will see high scoring games in this tournament, but not like the IPL 2024. And if you have seen my previous videos, I have already told that the scores in the T20 World Cup will be lesser than the IPL 2024. And because of the simple reasons that the international cricket is a different ball game altogether, and especially the World Cup, it brings a lot of pressure to you, and you won't see a local bowlers where you can cash in all the runs just like in IPL. And especially the curator has to look into the pitch that has been used for the South Africa vs Sri Lanka game. It wasn't good for the promotion of cricket in US. Other than that, we will see good games in different venues in this T20 World Cup. And see, the sample size is very small. The only 5 games have been completed till now in this World Cup. So we will have to see how things panned out going forward. See the tournament opener, the game between the US and Canada. US chased down a target of 195 quite easily in the end. Papua New Guinea made a match out of just 137 runs target against West Indies. Oman and Namibia played a tie in a low scoring encounter. So let's see how things will pan out going forward. What do you guys think? Was the pitch in the New York good enough or not? Give your opinion in the comment section below. And like this video, share this video with your friends and cricket lovers, and do not forget to subscribe this channel. Thank you.